Good morning, Catch 'em Eagles. It's Miss Berry. I'm back. We are in week 4 packet. Rocks and minerals. All right, let's get started. So, today our objective is a cold read. This is our first read. We have not warmed up to it. How are we going to do this? We're going to use some of our great reader strategies. Some, but not all. Chunking, visualizing, context clues. Can you think of any other great reader strategies? Rereading is one of my favorites. So if you thought that or said that, awesome. And why are we doing this? To understand the main idea. Close reading has phases. So our first phase is just to understand the gist, what's going on in this text, and then we dig deeper or analyze. And analyze means, that's right, to take a closer look. Today we're going to be completing a KWL chart. I am moving, so please bear with me. So the K in the KWL chart is what? What do I know about rocks and minerals? We are starting a new unit all about rocks and minerals. The W is wonder. What do I wonder about rocks and minerals? And the L is learn. What have I learned about rocks and minerals? As we read today, we're going to complete this section. I have completed this section with some of your answers from the pre-work you guys did yesterday. So yesterday, you guys read this and completed the KWL chart. I took some of the common answers. So what we mostly know is that rocks and minerals are from the earth. They are not man-made, so they're not made in a factory. No one makes it with their hands. They are old, a lot of us said, and that it's some kind of science. So as we go out throughout this unit, we will expand on this. Were we correct about what we think we know? Wonder. What do I wonder about rocks and minerals? Again, these are some common wonderings I saw. How are they made? Where do they come from? And what is a geologist? I already know that geologist has a suffix, ologist, and that means to study. So just using my context clues and vocabulary work, I know that a geologist studies something. And I can infer that it's rocks and minerals, being that this entire unit is rocks and minerals. But let's see what we learn and if we are correct. So, let's follow along. Get your papers, your laptops, wherever you have the text. This is the KWL that was pre-work yesterday. Also, you're supposed to do this vocabulary work yesterday. We'll talk about this in the next video. And as we can see, a geologist is a person who studies the earth and what it's made of. So let's keep going. So I'm going to read this. You can follow along with your pencil, finger, or eraser. Ready? So just to keep us accountable and making sure that we are following along, when I pause the snap, you read the next word. Let's keep reading. Chapter 1, Earth's ingredients. Rocks and minerals and soil make up solid earth. We depend on them every day. We use rocks, for instance, in all of our streets and highways. Our homes and buildings also contain rock, both inside and out. Minerals play a big role in our lives, too. Coins and cell phones, computers and glass all make use of minerals. Wires that carry electricity to our cities and towns contain minerals as well. So do pencils and toothpaste. That makes me wonder. I wonder what kind of minerals are in pencils and toothpaste. So I'm going to go to my KWL, and I'm going to write that. Because it's a wondering. What kind of minerals are in pencils and toothpaste? I'm reading the text features now. Modern technology relies on the silicone chip, which comes from the mineral quartz. That's something new I learned. I never knew that chips were made from quartz. So that's something that I have learned about rocks and minerals. So what I learned is that silicone chips are made from quartz. Let's keep reading. Our dependency on soil is just as great. Soil is the very ground under our feet. We walk and build on it. We also grow plants in it. Whether it's farmland, prairie, or forest, the plants of the world need soil. The rest of us need plants to survive. Also, this is a mineral, rock, and soil. Rocks, minerals, and soil are all useful in their own way, but they are not as separate as they seem. These materials are linked together through nature. The rock basics. Rock is the hard, solid material all around us. Huge masses of rock make up their solid part of Earth, but rocks come in smaller sizes too, from boulders and pebbles to sand and clay. Whatever their size, rocks share something in common. They all consist of minerals. Most rocks contain 2 or more minerals. Sometimes, though, a single mineral makes up a rock. Minerals in many rocks are easy to see, but minerals can be very tiny as well. So that's something I learned, that most rocks contain 2 or more minerals. All right. Excuse me. I also have realized from taking notes that rocks are made of minerals. That's something I learned. Rocks. I'm going to asterisk it so we can tell when they separate. Rocks are composed, because we are in 4th grade. Composed means made up of minerals. So now I have a question, a wondering. Are minerals all rocks? Are all minerals rocks? This is the beginning of a science experiment. Let's continue reading. Then you look at the pictures, it gives you examples of boulders, pebbles, and sand. Those are all types of rocks. This caption says, people often mine rocks for the minerals they contain. So that's another text evidence to prove that rocks are made of minerals. Minerals, unique in structure and makeup. Minerals are chemical substances commonly found on Earth. There are thousands of known minerals. However, only about 25 make up most types of rocks. Each mineral, whatever its location, has a specific chemical makeup. Its ingredients include elements. The most basic chemicals found in all matter. Minerals consist of 1 or more elements. So that is also something that I learned. That minerals consist or are composed of 1 or more elements. I know elements is going to be important because because it's bolded. It's either vocabulary or important or both. Minerals fit into 7 main groups based on their chemical makeup. Amateur geologists collect mineral samples like this galena for their beautiful colors and interesting crystal shape. Every mineral also has a unique structure. It stays the same whatever the mineral's size. The 3-dimensional shape comes from the mineral's elements. Each one has its own building blocks called atoms. When elements combine in a mineral, their atoms arrange themselves in a specific way. The atoms in some minerals arrange themselves in an orderly pattern. These minerals take form as crystals. A crystal is a solid with many repeating flat surfaces. Minerals that do not form crystals grow in a less orderly way. The atoms have a less orderly arrangement too. So that's something else that I learned, is that atoms are like the building blocks. Atoms are the building blocks of minerals. Atoms are the building blocks of minerals. Now remember, everybody's KWL chart is going to look different, because what I know might not be what you know. My wonderings won't be the same, but our learning should be around the same. But if some of us knew this already, then we would have different things in our learning. Rocks and minerals make different soils. Soil is loose material found on the Earth's surface. It consists mostly of rock and mineral particles. But soil also contains the remains of plant and animal life, known as organic matter. There are many different kinds of soil. Their look and feel often varies from place to place. The soil's rock and mineral particles play a big role in these differences. Factors such as particle size and chemical makeup affect the soil. So I just learned that rocks and minerals make different soils, as the subheading is telling me. So I'm going to put that in my where? Am I going to put that in what I know, what I wonder, or what I learned? Right, because we just learned it. What I learned. Rocks and minerals make different soils. So there are different types of soils. I'm going to abbreviate. This is not a formal. These are just our notes, because great readers take notes. I will post a picture of this online. Exit ticket. What did you learn? What did you learn? Using race. That is your exit ticket. Also, you have 3 evidence-based text-dependent questions. These 3. You are to do those 3. You can upload it to Dojo or type it in Kid Blog. Again, exit ticket, I will post this. What did you learn from this reading? And then these 3 text-dependent questions. All right, guys. I'll be back with the next video going over these text-dependent questions.